There is.
Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Rebels will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 20. The Buckeyes offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The give is to Williams. At the 35, he's loose. There we go. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the UNLV Rebels offense will get the ball for the first time. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Caught in the backfield, it's Phelps. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Lost the fire on second down. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Fires to the big fella.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Hang on, Smokey, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gets rid of it. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage mark with this 7-0 lead. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback making checks. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. And the Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll try the toss to the left. Hard running there. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, it's also hard when you get the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball on the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
High quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Has to get there to move the sticks. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Rebels offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Leaves it with the back. Rumbles across the 10, down at the 12-yard line after a pickup of 6. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jones. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Makes the grab. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. Get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you and just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job. Offense wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Beasley. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to score.
They kick it away on 4th down. He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4 downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the... And now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
He's got it on the outside. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's Clark. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down to what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He uncorks one deep. Brings it inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He'll pull it on the read. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The defense calls a timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top somewhere.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. He's got it and still on his feet. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. On target to the left. He's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Open space at the 25. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation,
Pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just throwing in completion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Takes it on the return. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's a run. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They get to him as he throws.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little farther.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Snagged in the middle. It's Beasley. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out there inside the horseshoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? Always trying to find that thing.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. All the way back to the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Finds his tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He's going to throw deep right side. Catching straight inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the punishment has been extended. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Gilmore. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Offense in a bunch formation. To the ground with the back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Beasley. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they took the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Jones. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Oh, he got loose. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Ready to fire from the pistol. Quick handoff. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Breaks the tackle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got an open man. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Spits it out to the back. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense is very lucky to keep possession on that one. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Porter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Now the play fake. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Running back searching for a hole. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. So now it's second and long. On the ground, it's Daniels. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The hand to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Right on the money. And he'll be brought down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball that throw and whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Trying play action. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Rebels send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Daniels. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. The Buckeyes need to pick it up on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, there's so much aggressiveness in college football, and I'm here for it. I want all of it. Nice job, 4th and short. I'm buying my club, and now 1st and goal inside the 5. I'm trying to get that touchdown. Forget those field goals.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0. You've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper, this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rebels offense is back on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day.
They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Looking for space, it's Daniels. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Might as well give it to him again. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers,